Impossible. Everywhere I looked, it said that getting an egg back from cake would be impossible. That just made me want to try it all the more. So for the last few weeks, I have spent every spare second trying to do what should be impossible on a molecular level. The idea is actually pretty simple. A cake is just ingredients that have been chemically rearranged. It is nothing more than that. Once you put an egg into a cake, the egg is still there. So the idea, the plan, is just to go in and rearrange it. You can't unbake a cake. That's a saying, I think, maybe someone said once. But you can mash it up and stuff. What do you think of that transition? Let's move on to the good stuff, right? Baking the cake. So we're starting from scratch. We're gonna bake the cake and then we'll move on from that. But I had my wife's help baking the cake. She's great. Her name is May. She's a sweetheart. Here's May. Great. Back to baking the cake. So, my wife mostly handled this part. I don't really know how to bake a cake. I helped out as much as I could, but mostly I really was on camera at this point. I know this all sounds easy, but we weren't planning to make a cake to eat. This was planning to be unmade. So what we did was we made an angel food cake because I did some research and I found out that if we're going to do the process of trying to dissect the egg proteins or get the eggs out of it, then we wanted something that was primarily made of egg whites and was low fat. Do I look really cool, baby?
No, where are those pants now?
I technically am wearing them.
No, you're not.
Yes, this is a way of wearing them.
No.
Yes, it is, technically.
No, you're not.
This is not, I'm not, this is really technically, yes, it is technically a way of wearing it.
No.
How do I look?
Weird.
Baby. Hey, baby. I'm not gonna lie to you. This part was not easy. This was the most difficult phase. The destruction. This chapter tested me. I really did have a bit of a struggle at this point in the journey. Mostly due to the fact that the cake was really spongy and it was sticking together. It's the stupidest thing to have a problem with. Good gracious. I couldn't break it apart. I had to put it in the oven 6 times. I couldn't get this thing to break apart and get into the whole plan is to smash it, soak it. I tried different kind of methods to break it up. I even tried cutting it with a knife. I don't know. I failed science 3 times in high school, so
honestly, doing a science-based project was probably not my best idea, but, usually what I lack in good ideas, I make up for with a lack of follow-through. So it kind of balances itself out. It's kind of how I see it. But I was going to follow through on this. I knew that. I finally was able to get it to some consistency where I could smash it up, and I used a little thing like a almost like a mortar type deal and crushed it up. And that's where we got it. At first, I assumed someone had already tried this. The world is large. We have a lot of humans, and a lot of humans do stuff. So I kind of assumed that people would have done something like this. I mean, people be doing weird stuff all the time. So I figured that this would have been one of them. Like, someone would have been like, I gotta try and suck an egg out of a cake. I just figured. But everywhere I looked, to my surprise, actually, no. People aren't regularly trying to get eggs. Like, once they put the egg, they put the egg in the cake. But once they do that, they're done. Most of the time, I'd say 99. I'm that 1%. This might be a stupid question, but I really wanted to know if this could feasibly be done. A lot of great scientists, they begin their journey by asking questions about things that maybe you don't need to ask a question to. I am not a great scientist. This is where things kept going wrong. And I had to soak it for over an hour to let the proteins activate or something. You might be asking yourself, Alex, where are you getting these measurements, these times, these instructions, really, for something that someone's never really done before? And to that, I say, hey, shut it, What followed were several days of just trying to soak these proteins and activate them and turning basically what would be perfectly good dessert into something that's still edible, I think. So yeah. And the dessert, the angel food cake has a lot of protein. It's a lot of egg. So we should be able to activate that, but that was proving to be difficult. It was time to see if any of this had worked. I brought along some test strips to check. It was weeks of effort, multiple cakes, and now is the moment of truth.
Protein looks like it's in butter.
Moderate. Moderate to high, that's what it's looking like. We got some kind of reaction from the test strips, which, to my surprise, that was kind of a win, but if it's an egg, it should cook like an egg, right? This project had taken such a long time. I even ended up using like store-bought cake after we ended up using up and testing through all of the cake that we baked. So I really just wanted to have some kind of result that I could be happy with, even if it meant that I wasn't successful. I just wanted to see some kind of acknowledgement that I had done something with all this time. And to be honest, it doesn't really work. It smells like cake cooking. I tried it multiple times to cook this. It never really cooked up like an egg should. I mean, to no one's surprise. So now that I have this finished, and I don't know, this is the best I could do to get it mostly like eggs. I did get it kind of the protein out of the eggs, but I don't know if it's like perfect. I don't know if it's actually got, it's really like eggs. So I'm going to try it to see if it's like eggs. To full disclosure, I did actually try it just a moment ago off camera. So, but I'm going to try it again right now. Okay. I'm going to put my phone down. I guess I got a cat again. I good. Alright. How'd that look, baby? I've had some times in my life that have felt impossible, you know? Sometimes that have felt really like I just couldn't do it. And this project wasn't really about getting egg from a cake. It was about trying to do something that everyone said was impossible. Does that seem forced? You tell me. If the thank you for watching.